Hey guys, Ryan here for Bender Wins. Hope everyone's doing well today. Here with your daily free picks. All right, guys. So yesterday we went 1-2. We lost our 2-unit play, unfortunately, on Miami Philly. Some of you guys messaged me and said that because that game was postponed in the 10th inning, you were given a refund. And it really depends on your sports book. The majority of people, myself included, that was graded as a loss because they completed 8.5 innings if the road team's winning, or in this case, because it was a tie, they had to complete 9 innings, which they did. So we were basically 1 out away from having our bet be canceled, which again, when you're betting on sports, you should not be cheering for bets to be canceled. It means that you didn't come through. So anyways, we got the loss. We're at all intents and purposes. I know some people got a push. I'm happy about that, but we're grading it as a loss. Overall, for the day, we had a good day. We went 9-4. Despite losing the 2-unit play, we had a good day because we hit quite a few dogs yesterday. Very, very excited to see that Pittsburgh comeback. We had Pittsburgh yesterday. We had Pittsburgh 2 days in a row. And we had Pittsburgh yesterday at 156. So we got a plus 156. We hit 2 underdog player props in baseball. Cal Quantrill over 3.5 strikeouts at plus 118. We had Giolito over 6.5 strikeouts at plus 120. And then we had NBA prop. There we are. NBA prop at plus 160. So a lot of dogs yesterday. Turned out to be a good day. Our player props, 5-2 yesterday. 5-2. Overall for the year, not including Super Bowl, because Super Bowl, you guys, if you followed the props, well, if you're a Masterclass or whatever, you followed the props, we crushed Super Bowl. So not including Super Bowl. 31-14 in our props this year, but we bet so many underdogs in the props. 34% ROI, which is absolutely insane. Certainly not sustainable. I would love to say, hey guys, yeah, come on board. We have 34% ROI. Not sustainable. In no possible way, shape, or form is a 34% ROI going to happen long term. But we're definitely finding a good edge with player props. Okay, so for today, guys, I have 2 plays for you guys. Again, same situation as yesterday. I planned on alternating, as I always say, alternate the 2-unit plays. I do have a 2-unit play today. I want to, honestly, guys, I want to give it out. I know, look, I've had people say about 2-unit plays, okay? What's going on? What's happening? Guys, this is just normal sports variance, okay? That is the key variance. Guys, we're still hitting right around 60% for the season in our 2-unit play. So overall, since I started, 58%, right? So there's absolutely nothing wrong, and you have to expect variance. So I mean, like yesterday, I think someone made a comment and said, well, it's like, trends are exactly that, trends. I don't bet trends, okay? I mean, what I'm betting is betting systems. They're not trends. It's not like I'm coming out here and saying, oh, in the month of June when they're wearing their gray shirts, they, have gone over 23 times, no, that's not a good. We're looking at, ball travel, wind resistance, air density indexes, all kinds of different things that it doesn't give us trends, okay? Trends, I think there's like a misconception about trends and systems, okay? Trends is like basically that exact thing. I mean, you hear a few guys come out and talk about trends like on YouTube and stuff, and some of it just doesn't make any sense. You say, what could that possibly influence in having a ball game go over or under, or having this team win? I mean, some of these stats are just like so far out. When we look at these stats, we're looking at specific weather that creates an advantage, that creates better ball flight. When we're betting under, better ball resistance, better spin rates, okay? Obviously now, substances being limited, spin rates are still a big thing, okay? If you're betting unders, you want high spin rates, okay? Weather that's going to generate high spin rates. I talked about it before, okay? Everyone always talks about Colorado and the thin air and how far the ball travels, and yeah, it does. It can travel 15% further in that thin air. However, being able to spin the ball is one of the biggest influences in score in Colorado because people have a lack of ability to have ball movement. Okay, so balls don't move in Colorado. They basically just go straight. But some pitchers can get ball movement in Colorado, and those pitchers are effective. We actually bet Colorado under yesterday. It got scary late, but we got it. And a lot of that, again, did have to do with the fact that at least one of those pitchers is able to move the ball in Colorado. And it's a hard thing to do. It's not an easy thing to do because you have less wind resistance. That wind resistance is what creates that ball movement. So again, guys, there's a lot of factors to look into. But at the end of the day, look, we're not betting trends, okay? We're not betting trends. And then look, the closest thing I would think to betting trend would be, we jumped on the Fade Arizona card a little bit when they were on that big losing streak. I think we picked up 3 or 4 wins out of that, but we were still selective. Even I wish I had rode it the whole way, right? But it's still selective. We weren't betting against them because we're not gonna go against that. But at the end of the day, there was still a few games where I said, okay, you know what, we just don't have a distinct advantage. So anyways, long story short, okay, the 2-unit plays, guys, they will come around, okay? It's a mathematical probability that they will win at a higher percent than the 1-unit plays, okay? There's a lot of stuff that points to the 2-unit plays. It just so happens that, we've put a string of losses together. But overall, guys, very, very strong. So at the end of the day, do what you got to do. I get tired of reading some of the nonsense and the craziness. It's I don't know. I'm trying to wrap my head around how I could be, hitting 60% this year on 2-unit plays and have people literally losing their minds. Get a grip, or don't bet on sports. That's probably the best advice I can give you. If you're literally losing your shit, don't bet on sports. It's not for you, okay? Take up knitting. Knitting, very, very low impact, low stress. That's for you, okay? Maybe we'll start a knitting channel, and I don't know how to knit, but I'll learn just so I can teach you guys. All right, on to today. All right, guys, so again, 2 plays today, including a 2-unit play. Masterclass, I have 6 additional plays. Quite a few dogs again, and a couple player props as well. So 2 pitching player props as well. We went 2-0 in our baseball player props yesterday, hitting 2 dogs. Today we have 1 dog and 1 favorite for our pitching props. So anyways, if you're interested in Masterclass, guys, bettor.com. It's $99 a month, guys. Gets you my full card of picks every single day. Works out to $3 a day. As well, you get all the Masterclass educational videos. And again, look, another side effect of getting a full card is decreased variance, okay? Anytime you have a larger sample size, you're going to decrease variance. So, again, I know it is a plus for some people, but, if you bet in free picks over the last little while, it's been a very rocky road, right? So anyways, if you're interested, bettor.com, $99 a month. So first off, guys, I'm going to start with the 1-unit play here. We are going to go with Minnesota and Detroit over 10 minus 115. So Minnesota and Detroit over 10 minus 115. And now on to our 2-unit play. So our 2-unit play, guys, is going to be Seattle and the Angels. Seattle and the LA Angels over 8.5 minus 110. So Seattle Angels over 8.5 minus 110. 9-mile-an-hour wind blowing straight out, guys. 3 different systems on this. One of the systems I have has to deal with, again, not trends, but weather, guys. Hot, windy, humid days in the later months, okay? Later months being July, August, September. That system is 132 and 75, good for 63.8%. In July, so July is not its best performing month, okay? A little caveat. It's 74 and 47. It's good for an 18% ROI. We're not going to knock that. August is actually the best month, 40 and 17. So obviously the situation presents itself a little bit better in August. But this is a system, guys, it deals with certain atmospheric conditions, wind conditions, temperatures. So again, it doesn't come up a ton. Okay, you can see 200 times over the past, 15 years or so. But when it does come up, guys, very powerful system. A caveat to that, so it's not just wind out, this system. There's all kinds of varying degrees of wind in this. But when the wind is going out with this system, 36 wins, 14 losses. That is good for a 37% ROI. 37% ROI. And because of humidity, it is a valid West Coast system, okay? So that is something that you have to factor in as well. We know along the West Coast, Oakland, Seattle, San Francisco. Well, San Francisco, if Barry Bonds isn't hitting. These are traditionally lower scoring ballparks. But when you test systems, guys, make sure that it's ballpark relevant, okay? So again, you can have false readings on your system. You can have a system that'll say, it's going to go over 57% of the time. But I mean, if Camden Yard and Coors Field, whatever, like Fenway, if those are making up like all the overs, then there's like these whole parks at the bottom, the laggers, the Seattles and the San Fran. If those parks are lagging, you have to like exclude that from your system. So a little tip when you're building your system, guys, ballparks are relevant. Anyways, this is West Coast tested. Okay. So we are not concerned about it being played in LA. All right, guys. So 2 units, Seattle and the Angels over 8.5 minus 110. All right, guys. So thank you guys very much. I really appreciate it. And as always, guys, have a very lucky day.